Good afternoon, folks. Triple Crown here, coming to you from Vancouver, British Columbia. This is a round 8 summary Operation J1, and it's still a game, or it is a game of attrition and sort of gaining the upper hand via economy. So there is good things happening and bad things happening all over the map, and which is why it is so fun to play 39, because it seems like wherever you spend resources and move your units, you're opening up a pocket of weakness somewhere else. So the Japanese Navy has united off the coast of Shanghai. They built a couple submarines there, and they overpowered the American Navy that was sitting at Wake Island, so they retreated back to Hawaii again. Game of cat and mouse happening here. They're sort of keeping each other honest from branching out and doing too much. And both nations have to keep building Navy, because if they don't, the other one is going to get the upper hand. So economy is important. Japan's economy is about 83, America's is 115. But we'll get into why it's not so awesome for the Americans, because they also have to contend now with the Germans threatening in the Atlantic. Down here, talking about economy, the British and the Australians did build two naval transports. So now this gives the UK and Commonwealth a total of 9, which is very, very good for the UK and Commonwealth economies, because it gives them NO bonuses all over the map. I believe Australia or ANZAC gets 2, FEC gets 2, Canada gets 2, South Africa 1, and the UK gets 5 NO bonus. So that is huge. This is the first time they've been able to achieve this all game, and that is a lot of money injected into their economy. But the Japanese, they are using this opportunity. They built a couple fighters in Tokyo, and they took a massive swing into the 2 FEC stacks, and they wiped them basically clean off the board. So CCP stacks, there was 2 of them, and they now are setting themselves up to be maybe pushed around by the Russians. Now the Russians have the sort of strength in terms of units, so Japan is going to have to back away, but they were able to neutralize the CCP, so don't know if it was worth it. Over here, a little game of ping pong between the Burma Road. We'll see now that the American fleet has backed off. Did the Japanese Navy come back down here and threaten Calcutta again? We will see. The Russians now, their economy is at 11. They have 12 to spend next turn. They have a stack of maybe 14 or 15 units sitting there in Moscow. Their other stack of units that retreated from, sorry, did I say Moscow? I meant Novosibirsk, is retreating to Kashmir to defend. I don't know why there's a factory there. I didn't believe that was a factory in Stalingrad that was captured last turn by the Germans. So yes, the Germans captured Stalingrad, and their stack is headed, could go in 3 directions. Looks like the Italians, we'll talk about Cairo in a second, could possibly do both Novosibirsk and also, but they definitely want to be able to capture Calcutta. That's a victory city. So currently the Axis are sitting with 11 victory cities, and they have to, these 4 are on the table. So Manila, Cairo, Calcutta, and London. So what are the Allies going to do? I'd say, I don't know who's going to win this game. The Italians have the edge and advantage last turn of 5 units to attack Cairo, but there's a 4th there, so they decided to wait another turn, and they will be able to attack with an additional almost 10 units more than the UK can defend. So Cairo is likely going to be in the hands of the Italians next round. Hopefully the dice are kind, or to both sides. So we'll see. Germany has a double scramble off of Bordeaux and Normandy, so they moved their navy here, and the Allies responded. There's about 25 boats there. And they built a bunch more. They built a couple more naval transports. They've got 3 naval transports here. So they are now threatening Washington. They're threatening Canada. They're threatening Sea Lion. They've got a total of 5 naval transports on the board. So Sea Lion is definitely on the table. The Allies responded by flying a couple Spitfires to Nova Scotia, where they can scramble. And they currently have about 27 or 28 units with the scramble. So they have the edge if the Axis want to attack. However, the Americans did have to bulk up New England and Washington from, a amphibious attack potentially coming from Western Europe. Now the Spanish fleet is free. They came from a naval base here. So the coastal ships could only move 2 from a naval base, and the rest of their navy moved 3. The Americans are cleaning up down here. They captured the capital of Argentina. They've got 2, Chile and Santa Cruz left, and then all of South America will be in U.S. hands. So we'll see what happens. The Spanish could sink this coastal battleship here for the, I guess, Brazilians. So anyways, folks, there's still lots of game to play going in round 9. So there's 6 rounds left. What is going to happen? What would you do if you were the Germans? Over here in America, what did they build? A attack transport and 5 naval fighters. So the Australian Navy is off here the coast of Northern Australia. And the KMT is just building infantry, just more of a defensive posture for now. We'll see if they regroup and go on the attack again soon. So thanks for watching, folks, and stay tuned for round 9.